My name is Jacob. I am the I'm the employer relations guy. I'm also the job coach here. And so I help students with resume building and interview skills. I also reach out to employers and make relationships with them. That way we can get the job postings from them and see kind of what the qualifications are. That way we can help link you guys together. Today we have Scott from Kroger, who is one of our amazing employer partners. Scott, please tell us about yourself.
All right. So yeah, my name's Scott. I've been with Kroger just over 20 years. Been on the manufacturing side about a year and a half. So we work with you guys through our maintenance program. So we're looking for those employees that can work on equipment, help maintain our stuff like that. So I've been with Kroger a long time. It's a great company. Most of my experience is on the retail side, but manufacturing side is a great entity within Kroger. Kroger's a grocery store business, so there's not too much known about the manufacturing side, but Kroger is a great company. I've been doing HR for them for about 12 years, and like I said, about a year and a half here, specifically in Layton.
Thank you very much. And then for this session, we'll start by watching a video about the manufacturing that goes on in Kroger.
Country Oven offers a lot of opportunity, whether you're working on the floor or in a management position. It's a very stable business. We've got a lot of seniority, a lot of tenure. Folks have been here 32 years since the plant opened.
We have about 600 employees here now, but the thing that's really amazing is from shift to shift, just the relationships between people and that part of it.
I like the pay and the people, and it's just what takes care of my home. We make good money, and the benefits are great.
Country Oven is a frozen dough manufacturer, so what we do, we produce all of our items for the stores, bakery delis, be like bread, rolls. Then we freeze those items, and they take those items at the store, they bake them off. So you take a tremendous amount of labor, equipment out of the stores.
Kroger is one of the top supermarket chains in the country. We have roughly 2,700 stores. And through this plant, we service, in one way or another, all those stores.
There's a lot of opportunity to learn here. You know, you have so many different things, so many different parts of machinery you got to learn. You have different areas you have to learn in. You have ingredients you have to learn in. You have to listen and absorb some of that. So whenever you go out to do a job, you're able to do it with efficiency.
The number one thing I think in manufacturing is being able to problem solve on different levels, because you don't have the same situation every single day. Things change.
People on the floor also get to do extra training and work in other areas throughout the plant. They're not stuck with one job from the time they start here until the time they leave. They move around from position to position depending on what they aspire to do in the plant.
I've been here for 33 years, and I work in the distribution, and I bring the finished product from the lines to our freezer so that they're ready to go to the KMAs, individual trailers. Well, I started out in sanitation and watched everybody else and, gradually bid on different jobs to see that I really liked the distribution warehouse, and I've been back here now for 12 years.
They take a lot of pride here in what they do, and we provide other classes through Western Kentucky University to help them develop their skills. So we make sure that we take care of our associates and we give them what they need. They put so much effort on going to college, and that's the most important thing that you can do. Well, not everybody wants to go to college. We can develop them. They can find out what they want to do. They can get a degree. They can not get a degree, but they can learn and they can work their way up in the organization and become a leader in the plant that'll pay them substantially more money.
A lot of people think if you work in a factory that you're a low-class person, that you don't have a high education, You're not going to have a good career. But working here, I have learned that if I strive for a certain goal, I can move up if I want to.
I do have a lot of pride in the work that we do here. It's rewarding to see our products at the store and know that we made them here at the bakery. And so that is really neat to see the customers enjoying the products that we make here, and that is rewarding.
So we're gonna turn over to some questions. But before we do that, Scott, do you have any information or any more information on Kroger?
No, that's pretty much all of it. So that video you guys watched was based out of one of our plants in Kentucky. So it's a sister company to ours, so it does a lot of the same things that we do here. But with Kroger being a company nationwide, there is a lot of growth and opportunity. So it's like some of those people explain in the video that there is a lot of opportunity there. In fact, one of the kids that was highlighted in that video, he works for us now. So he transferred from Kentucky out to Utah, and he is part of our maintenance leadership team here in Layton. So it's kind of neat to see that growth and opportunities for people.
That's wonderful. Thank you. And so we're going to turn the time over to students now to ask questions. And in order to do that, if you guys see on the bottom right-hand corner where it says chat and participants, go ahead and hit that participants button. And in the bottom right of the participants box, you'll see a little hand. Go ahead and click the hand. That will show you raising your hand, and it'll alert me that you are doing that. And then I'll go ahead and unmute your mic. And if you don't have a mic, you can just throw the question in the chat box. Either way that feels most comfortable for you. So what kind of questions do you guys have for Scott with Kroger? No questions? All right, so I'll go ahead and ask a few. So what's the normal day-to-day for the positions that you have open?
So the normal day-to-day, we do work 12-hour shifts. We alternate how many days of the week you work. So one week you'd work 3 days, the next week you'd work 4. Schedule, it is guaranteed every other weekend off, which is a 3-day weekend. So the normal day, as you saw in the video, if you're one of the guys that's doing the manufacturing, they're producing the product, there's probably a lot of mixing involved, a lot of cooperation with the machines and the people. As far as like our maintenance mechanic, these guys are just maintaining the equipment, go around doing checks, making sure that everything's up to speed. So we do run the machines 24/7. So there's a lot of maintenance and upkeep that is involved with that. We are also an older facility, so we've been getting new equipment in. So a lot of the guys would help with the installs of that and maintaining that. A lot of our maintenance clerks or mechanics do work on a specific line, so they become experts in that line. But there's some overlap as well on the other equipment and stuff like that. But a lot of it from the maintenance standpoint is just the maintaining the machines and keeping them running and timing and everything like that.
Thank you. And then it looks like we do have a question from a student. What does the salary look like?
So if you were to start out as just an entry-level employee, we do start our employees out at $15 an hour. We do have a $2. If you were to come in as a maintenance clerk, grab that here real quick. We do offer an internship program as well. But if you were to come in as a maintenance, you'd start out at $21.49. And then if you were in the apprentice program, it'd be $25.57 an hour. That $2 does go with you any position that you're in. So between 6 p.m. and 6 a.m., you could just add $2 an hour onto that hourly rate. And then our mechanics, they do top out at $33.75 an hour once certain criteria are met.
Minimum wage here in Utah, it's $7.25. I'm pretty sure everyone here is from Utah, going to Ogden Weber Tech. If you're not, I'm not sure what other states are. Any other questions? right. So what's your favorite part about working at Kroger?
My favorite part about working for Kroger is being part of a company that impacts so many people. So on any given day, about 25% of the American population is impacted by Kroger. And so to have that personal touch, I did come from the retail side, so I had more of a face-to-face with the customer. And manufacturing, you're kind of behind the scenes on that. But we're part of a great team. Kroger's trying to build a great culture where people feel involved, and there's a lot of opportunity for them. Even if your goal is not to move up with the company, to give you a decent wage that you can provide for yourself and a family, and to have a good life. It's like in the video said, a lot of our jobs don't require a college education, and we've got people that are making $25 an hour, $70,000, $80,000 a year. And so I like being part of a company that actually cares about their employees. I'm sure a lot of companies are like that. I've only worked for Kroger, my adult professional career, but in my estimation, Kroger does seem to care about its people and do what's right for their people. And to me, that's something to be proud of.
It's amazing. And then you guys also offer, before I ask that, we have another question from a student. How many cereal brands do you guys make?
So that's a good question. I don't know. So our bakery, we actually make all the baked goods. So we make like muffins and pies and cakes. So I'm not exactly sure on the cereal side what we do there, but ours are more, if you were to go to the bakery department, the donuts, different things like that, the cupcakes, that's what we specialize in here.
It's awesome. And then you guys offer educational benefits. So what do those look like?
Right. So if you were to do the maintenance apprenticeship, we actually pay for that whole program for you guys to go through that. And we do have a partnership with Ogden Weber Tech. If you're just going to get a regular academic degree, we do a tuition reimbursement up to $3,500 a year. It does max out around $27,000. But also if you're just going to get a certification, so being in HR, part of my job is to have an HR certificate. I had my degree and everything else. I went and got my certificate, and Kroger covered the cost of that as well. So anything that's going to benefit you and your education and in turn can benefit Kroger, they will reimburse you on that. So it's kind of a neat program.
Thank you very much. And it looks like we're coming down to the last minute here. So if you guys can, go ahead and go back to the Manufacturing Day webpage. Then you guys can go to your next meeting from there. I'll go ahead and add the link inside the chat box. If there's any questions we did not get to and you guys still have, go ahead and throw that in the chat box as well, and we'll be responding to those in email. And thank you, everyone, for joining, and thank you, Scott, very much for joining us today.
Yeah, thank you for having us. Appreciate it.
No problem. Have a great day.
All right, you too.